Yeah, so first of all, my name is David, a co-founder of Lootex, and we've been doing NFT marketplace for almost fifth year or already 5 years. So we literally be inspired by crypto kitties. So back then we were super excited with the NFT space and keep continuing our journey. And so far we're still very enjoy our journey. There are a lot of ups and downs. And so we really focus in gaming industry because we see a lot of opportunity in NFT space and gaming industry. And so this topic, we're going to share a lot of insight on NFT and gaming. So first of all, just wanted to quick share about on our website. So this is a lot of NFTs marketplace looks like, but we try to focus more on gaming perspective. So launching more NFT collections on our NFT marketplace. So we try to do a lot of gamer community. So this is we feature a lot of blockchain games, and we also sort a lot of Web3 games by its popularity. And we also list a lot of new blockchain games onto our platform. So we want to do a lot of people that a mainstream user that they can involve in Web3 game evolution. So you can see a lot of games. You can also play it and upload your screenshots onto the website and share to your friends. So this is kind of platform that we wanted to make. We see blockchain games has a lot of opportunity to go mainstream, but it's still not there yet. So this is the major topic I wanted to share today. So what's the challenging that we're facing? What is the industry looks like for today? Okay, so now I'll back to my slide. Okay. So this is Lootex team. I'm co-founder of Lootex, and I co-founded Lootex back in 2018 with Justin Liu. So Justin Liu has a 10 years background in gaming industry. She do game developers and publisher for World of Warcraft, Diablo 3, and StarCraft 2. And me, I'm I'm kind of developer and a small contract lover, that we are highly inspired by the idea of NFTs. So I think I will start with the vision of Lootex. So our vision is to claim the digital ownership, asset ownership to the users. I think these ideas have inspired Lootex founders a lot. Like we think every digital asset has its own ownership, especially in gaming. So we wanted to put in-game asset ownership back to the players, that they can spend a lot of time playing and they should earn the digital ownership by freely transfer or trade on the marketplaces. So the first product line we do is NFT marketplace, and then we pivoting into more game focus. So we have a lot of game info hub information onto our platform. So that's basically our vision, to provide a transparency and trustworthy and user-centric platform. So for now, a lot of people use OpenSea to trade a lot of NFTs, but we see they kind of not verify a lot of collections. So if you search like Bored Ape on OpenSea, you see a lot of fake ones. But for the newbies, they really cannot tell the real difference about the fake ones or real ones. So we wanted to make this browsing more reliable information. So actually in Lootex, we almost handpick 3,000 verified listed collections. We try to bring the new users onto the platform so they cannot see if there's a possibility of scamming project or Ponzi that is forbidden to list it on our platform. So we try to list out if it's playable games that you can list it on Lootex. That's what we're our directions. And there's a lot of new features for Web2 users. So as we can see, there's a new standard ERC 4337 that is super friendly to the new users that we are integrating in. So we're expecting people to do easy logins and then start to buy some crypto later on after they enjoy this digital asset ownership space. And we also do a lot of new layer 2 support on our platform. So as this topic, we wanted to focus on the trend on NFTs. So in my opinions, there's a lot of creators or tech innovators already have a huge success from the past few years. And so the most amazing way is that you can really do secondary trade and have a creator fees settlements on chain for every transaction. So I think this is super sexy, and you cannot able to do that without blockchain technologies. So this has been proven, and I think a lot of consumer brands are stepping into this space to explore the new business model by powered by this kind of technology. We think it's still very exciting. And most of them use fan engagement or digital asset experiences. And for the virtual world economy, I think there will be more opportunity when there's a more headset, mixed reality headset out there for the next year or the next years. So people will be more feel like digital asset is just like a physical goods that you can freely transfer or you can trade on any marketplaces. And that become more real as we see the trend goes. So I think this topic will reference a game report from Game 7. And there's a lot of platform data like kind of align with the report insights. So I just wanted to quick introduce some graph to let user knows let you know the trend of this market. So I screenshot a few pages from Game 7's research that is very highly alignment with our own data internal. So the first one is that as we are NFT marketplace for gaming, where our platform becomes more like a Web3 game publisher platform. So the way that we think of this trend is to research about how Web3 games publishing, how different from the Web2 publishing strategies. So the first insight from me is that a lot of Web2 games, they do not do a lot of global distribution. They usually test a little from the region and then test the second one and then go globally until they refine a very best version of the games. But Web3 is a little different because once your in-game items, NFTs are out, you need to strategize for global strategies. So I think that's a little different when games are choosing the different publishing platform. They're considering the reaches could cover the global audience at once. So this is the game publishers will looking for. So we can see a lot of Web3 games. Over 60% are still direct distribution. That means a lot of new games, they're running their own Discord and Twitter and then try to distribute by their own events. So this is still the majority of the Web3 games, how they launch their games. And then there's more and more choosing Web2 platforms like Steam and Epic Games. There are over 40% of choosing them to launch. And Web3 platforms are still less audience. That's what Lootex positioning as a Web3 game launching platform, but still not much games are choosing this platform to strategize their launches. And then this slide shows that Epic Games has increasingly listed Web3 games. And we can see the numbers. There are a lot of games, they won't call themselves as a blockchain games, especially for this year. So they were just games that powered by blockchain with the in-game items. So I think this is also a trend. You have to compete with Web2 games in terms of playing mechanism, or is it fun to play for a lot of time? And so to mention that there's a lot of different game type, I think the first one is games with on-chain assets. So with this type, you still have to compete with all the Web2 games, even mobile games or desktop games, and you have to compete in a specific genre, and still have to be some highlight for the gamers to let them wanted to play. And the second type and third type, I think it's a little different. It's for more like a crypto native players, because you have to understand how crypto works. Even you have to buy a little gas tokens to be the first step. So hybrid on-chain games are their each major interaction, crucial interactions will be on-chain, but the games the interface of the games are still like centralized. So we're also talking about the third type. I think it's most innovative and most now currently there's only like early adopters are playing in it. It's fully on-chain games. So not only in-game items, any logic, any interactions will be on-chain. I think this will be more and more as we have a more layer 2 solution out there in the market. So we can still see the quality level of the current Web3 games. Are a lot of indie game developers, more than 40%. And then there's a 40% of mid-size, like with 5 to like 15 people or developers, like just made these games. So most of the Web3 games that we collaborate, they will not call themselves as like AAA games or even AA games. They will not call them as this kind of games. They just wanted to iterate fast and have a newer idea on blockchain's business model and economic models. So we can still like a little downgrade our expectation on the like massive game developers quality level. So for this slides that also align on Lootex promotions Web3 games, that we see a lot of RPGs are really good at the type 1 games, the games with on-chain items. So that more than 20% are RPGs. So we see a lot of game studio from Korean, from Japan, they're doing RPG style because they also kind of more like have their own story or IP that is more suitable for RPG type of games. And we can also see for the fully on-chain games, which is the third type of the game, the most genre is strategy, because if every step matters, have to record it on blockchain, it must be more strategic play games that you can compete with each other. So over 40% strategy games are fully on-chain games. If I'm going to develop fully on-chain games, the strategy games will be the first come to my mind. So for the business model, we see a lot of experiments on NFT games, but most of them are still free to play. And a lot of NFT games, they will like massive airdrop a lot of NFT badges that is called NFT gated. It's over 25%. And a lot of Web3 games, they build spend like 1 or 2 years to build a game, and they become another business model is to license their game, the whole games, including the code base or the application itself, to another IP. So this is 2% of the business model is licensing your game after your success. You maybe can get a larger IP to buy your license and play it with the same economic level to sell to a different audience. So this is also when you create a game, this is one of the possibility of the business model that you can go. Okay, so this is shows the adoption for Web3 games. So as a platform, we always consider to adopt more blockchains to support more blockchains when they launch. But for technical perspective, it's pretty hard to support like EVM and Solana or move virtual machines at the same time, because as the user scenario goes deeper, you wanted to do a lot of feature on trading, but you have to do support different blockchain network. It could be slow you down. So I think most of major strategy for a lot of platforms is focus on one blockchain first. So we can see there's EVM blockchain still owns the majority of the Web3 games. Okay, so this slide shows the funding for the Web3 games. So we can see a lot of games, they got their funding at the end of 2021 and still bull market when 2022 goes, that the first and second quarter. And after the third quarter of 2022, the funding gets lower. But as the trend you can see, if you wanted to build a game, you might consider to plan like 1.5 years or 2 years before launch. So if you got funding at 2021, then there's a lot of games are launching at this moment. So we can see the trend that games are launching recently because they already have a huge race back then 2 years ago. So for example, like Pixelmon that we are collaborating with them, they already have still have like a 30 million in a bank. So it's easy for them to do a lot of different strategies or even like build multiple games at the same time. So back to Lootex. So this is the slide that I do like half of year ago, that we see. So for my estimation is that the total number of the blockchain games will highly increase within 4 years. So at least there will be a lot of experiments or indie game or mid-sized studio are trying to do some experiment onto this space, especially for first type of the blockchain games, that is games with on-chain in-game items. So I think people are already adopt this idea, and a lot of people gets it. And so we just wanted to see how this will increase with the less uncertainties. So there's a lot of trend for this year. For instance, Google Play already accepts if your mobile apps have some NFT utilities in it. And there's a lot of opportunities that can adopt in the mobile games, that they can just easily to integrate their in-game items onto a blockchain version of the digital asset. So this gives a lot of huge opportunity. I think this is also a conservative prediction, and this is just my opinion. Of course, there's a lot of uncertainties, especially in United States. There's a lot of regulations, but for Asia specific, I think more and more people are open to this idea, especially for the mainstream users. They own a lot of crypto and understand how Layer 2 works as well. And so our current market trend strategy will be, because Lootex is based in Taipei, and we're expanding our office into Japan. So we wanted to cover the Web3 gamers who really love this idea and really know what's its value, since it's not, the number of blockchain games are still not there yet, but I still very promising about the new standards for NFTs that could be really massive adoption, just like Benny said. There's a clear wave coming to improve a lot of user experience. So for instance, recently there are a few popular games like Friend Pets and other few games. They are doing like mobile web version. They interact a little bit like a mobile app, but it's super easy to log in, and you can just buy a little crypto and deposit it and start with the fully on-chain blockchain games. So I think this trend is still pretty clear, and but the game genre will be kind of different, go different narrative. One is the Web2 games that is pretty fun, but it's in-game items. People will find out it's a digital asset, and it's tradable, it's freely transferred. And second narrative is very crypto native. They play everything on chain, and everything is transparency and trustworthy. And we can also always supervising the teams. Does they manage their funds well as the people expected? Yeah, so that's a few thoughts of me. I think we still have a few opportunities to go, because since we're a Web3 game platform, we wanted to connect more real users with the studios. So we still hear a lot of feedback from both sides that we wanted to rolling out more features to really understand how gamers think and which angle will they, what kind of game they will play. That's why we have a Steam integration and maybe Xbox, PlayStation network in the future. So we'll connected them and to recommended their similar games that they used to play. The game is the game itself, but the digital asset can be traded on Lootex. So that's one of the opportunity strategy that we will go. All right, so okay, my sharing ends up here, and I'll take the micro back to Poseidon.